ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
Season 2. Spared no expense on this. Yeah, there we go. Logo's different, but it's the same old rubbish, really, that we stopped doing in June. So welcome to Awkward Question Time, the first episode of Season 2. Pretty much the same as what you expect before, although there is going to be a brand new season, a question amnesty. So any of the questions that we asked in Season 1, we can ask them again now, because I've tried to keep it fresh for 40 weeks, and it was getting a right ball ache to write new questions. So we can ask some ones that you may have heard before. If you're new to the show, then it's going to be new to you anyway, so it don't really matter, does it? Not all the questions come from me, though. Some will be coming from you, the audience, so get commenting. Submit your questions for the panel. More cringe, the better, and answer along with us. Give us a share, a retweet, and also subscribe on YouTube, please. They said if you post regularly on YouTube, your subscribers will go through the roof. 40 weeks of doing Awkward Question Time, I gained 90. I was expecting thousands. I probably set my sights a bit too high, to be honest. While you're at it, if you give my Facebook page a like, at Alex Leam Stand Up, follow me on Twitter, at Alex Leam, and search for Alex Leam on YouTube. And go and like the Awkward Question Time Facebook page, at Awkward Question Time. If you're not watching live and you're watching the replay, let us know where and what time you're watching, but do join us live Sunday nights at 8:30. One thing that will be returning this season, are you watching on a proper TV? If you are, DM me a pic, because I do like seeing, this show played out on a proper TV. So I will I'll lean in threateningly. Take a picture. Stand back so I can get in the whole picture. Yeah, send me that. That looked really attractive close up, didn't it? And if you are enjoying the show, then please support it. Donate via paypal.me/Alex Leam and kofi.com/Alex Leam as well. Scan that QR code to donate a $5. Any donations will be split up and given out equally to all of tonight's panelists. The total donations for Season 1 for 40 weeks barely made 20 quid. So if you are doing this show in the coming weeks, don't plan your retirement off the back of it. Other thing returning, if you want to submit a question via the show's Nokia 3310, then please do. The number is 07508 796619. We've got one message already. So that's somebody who's... I've not dusted that. Oh, 2 messages. There we go. 2 messages received. So we'll be referring to that a bit later. So now it's time to bring on the panel for our opening show of Season 2. Please welcome Kitty Messalina, Ricky Bolshaw, Craig Harrower, a.k.a. Tubbs, and just thrown out of StreamYard and back in again is Vicky Lamera. Hello! Excellent. Cool. It seems to be kicking you out of the weirdest moments, Vicky.
It does, yeah. I don't know.
But you're back in now. I'm always a little worried when I see somebody disappearing that it's either like technical difficulties or there's rage quit.
You're going to get a full Tony Slattery.
Oh god, yeah. No. Yeah. That was interesting. His wicked chair
like a
gave
10-minute delay.
Oh, that echoes back.
I blame Vicky. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You're just pinning the blame on everyone. We as we were chatting before the show started, that echo was starting. Kitty, would you like to tell everyone what you tried to get echoing?
Oh, I'm just a mature adult, so the moment there's a possible echo on the line, you just have to go, penis!
Okay. I love the fact that you gave it some as well when you said
You've got to
penis.
give it some penis.
You were saying what was going to be the running jokes of Season 2, and I think you've got to give it some penis. Yeah.
We have done pegging to death.
Yes. Which sounds... Indeed. Looking at the comments, loads of people watching and commenting already, including Kitty, who's that's quite a devotion to be on the show and commenting on the show. It's back. It is indeed. Jordan Stokes, good evening. Hello, Jordan. John Morris, I'm in Rock City watching using subtitles.
That is a terrible idea.
That is. Is it a gig? Is it a gig in Rock City? And he's watching using subtitles. What
Who's
would be the
gone?
weirdest?
Why are they so bad?
Yeah. That's the point. If there was auto-generated captions. So if we were to say what words would not work well with auto-generated captions, what do you think?
Sometimes they don't like swearing.
Shit bollocks fuck.
Ah, it's too late now. It's done.
Sorry.
It's out there. Let us know if that translated well, John. John Stokes, season 2. He's baby sharked me. Oh, John, how could you?
There, Annie.
Okay. Loads of questions coming in as well. Excellent stuff. We'll come to We'll start with a pre-written question now. Keep them coming in.
We got
There's a
another.
9 interrupting me right now, so I can mute myself if you would like.
That's fine. I quite like that. There was a certain. There was like a. For a second, it felt like a real spooky film. I'm thinking, is everyone else hearing that child's voice?
Just whispering through the door.
Quick, Mummy.
Yes.
Can I get car music on the
Not tonight, no. Good night. Done. That's my polite way.
Nice. This took a turn really early on, didn't it? No, don't apologise. So, seeing as we've not been on the internet since June, first question to you all is, what did you do during the summer that you are least proud of? While you think about that, I have mine all ready to go.
Go for it.
I stress the word accidentally, I accidentally shoplifted from Poundland. Now, I didn't mean to, and it was this. I nicked this from Poundland. Right, because
during the toilet roll.
Is it one of those things?
It's an extender. There we go. Look at the action on that. Yeah. What happened was I was in Edinburgh, and what I normally like to do is buy my own bucket because I'm like on the free fringe, so that way you can sort of like decorate it with the flyers as well. So I bought a bucket that's meant for a mop, and this was in it, and it's the same colour as the bucket, and I thought it was all one thing. So I just like put the bucket through Boulder's brass, and then found out this was a completely separate item. So I accidentally went on the nick in Poundland. I'm not. So if Poundland, Lothian Road, Edinburgh closes, it's probably because of me. So yeah, I'm not proud. Anyone else? What have you done that you're least proud of this summer?
I got really drunk. Oh, go on, you go first, Kitty.
Just a Tinder date.
What happened?
Well, I did him, and I'm not proud of it.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to name and shame or?
No, I don't think he's likely to watch this, but like it was just one of those things where like we've been talking a little while, and then I'd made a bunch of effort to get there, and it was kind of like, oh, I'm not actually that into you, but I'm here now, you know?
you sort of made the effort. You think, if I don't follow through with this, what was the point?
Well, it was just kind of like, you know, I could have kind of politely been like, oh, actually, I'm going to go home. But it was like, I spent like 3 hours getting ready. At that point, it was like, might as well.
Fair enough. Ricky, what were you going to say?
I chipped my tooth. I chipped one of my front teeth. I got really drunk, like ridiculously drunk, because I was drinking at home like everyone else. And it wasn't then that I did it. The next morning, I was mega thirsty, got myself a pint of milk, stumbled. I had like a weird, I think it's important to say at this point, I am disabled. So I had like this weird spasm thing, hit myself in the face, chipped my tooth with a glass of milk.
I like the way you say tooth.
Yeah, I was enjoying that too. I see. Yeah. So is it prominent? Can you show us the chip?
No, I'd have to get right up and close. I like chipped the back of it off, so I hit the front tooth like right at the top, and it like sliced the back of it. So I've got one really, really sharp tooth now.
He says tooth exactly like Uncle Bryn from Gavin and Stacey.
I'm not supposed to say tooth.
Tooth.
Oh yeah, like we're refined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've just announced the world I'm a shoplifter. Who am I going to give out etiquette? Yeah. Anyone else?
I ran over a duck.
What the fuck?
I didn't swerve to hit it, but I ran.
How I mean, presumably you were close to water when this happened.
No, he was in the middle of the road. And,
Oh, well, he had it coming then.
yeah, exactly. I think he might have been a suicidal one. Yeah.
How did the duck cross the road so you could drive?
Yeah.
What did you stop, or did you just like see it in
I
your
did. I
rearview mirror?
took him to the vets, and then they put him down. I'm assuming his gender right now. He might have been a girl, but I don't know.
I'll say with ducks, but that's commitment though. Taking a duck that you ran over to the vets. That's
he was very startled.
Caring.
Yes.
Did it shoot out a terrifying corkscrew penis? Have you seen them?
No.
Because they go like inside, and then they just go like, and they're like massive and corkscrew and terrifying. And then the reverse, it's like a labyrinth to try and get around the corkscrew. It's like a whole look up duck penises. Like honestly, it's a whole thing.
No,
I'll do that after this. There you go.
No.
Alex is googling it.
Yeah.
Duck penises.
Seriously, they're a corkscrew, and they're like the same size as their entire body, and they just like shoot out in like an attack. And like the female duck has like a little labyrinth.
I don't know if you're getting that.
Yeah, that's
it looks like it's prolapsed.
Looks like it's fishing.
Yeah. I've got on the Wikipedia article, someone's done a diagram of duck sex. Wow.
Of course they have.
Yeah.
It's like
doesn't look
an
like it at all.
evolutionary wall.
It looks like they're mid-flight.
Wouldn't you if you could? If you could fly and shag, you'd fly and shag.
That's a point, yeah. I mean, that's one way to join the Mile High Club.
What if you could choose you only could fly or only could shag? Which one would you go for?
Well, with my current dating life, I'd say fly, because at least I'll have something. Tubbs.
Yeah,
that's the duck.
Oh, that's the duck. That's a photo of the duck you ran over.
You took a photo of the duck.
Right. Was that taken before impact? Because he does look a bit startled.
That was in the vets. I wrapped her up in a towel and took a picture of her.
Oh.
I don't know why. I just felt I had to. But yeah,
fair enough. Tubbs, what did you do this summer that you're not proud of?
Not proud of. I had a fucking awesome summer, if I'm being honest. So it's really hard to narrow it down. It's probably just going to be the amount of drinking I've done, because I'm not actually a massive drinker. I'm a bit of a smoker myself, you know. But
yeah, but you sound a bit proud.
Well, I was done the West Highland Way, and I drank 11 bottles of Buckfast over 8 days, which I'm actually really proud of, kind of thing. I'm really proud of it, but I done it. Fuck it.
Own it, man.
I mean, just wow. Just, I think I deserve some kind of applause. Really, I'm just
supposed to be least proud of.
I know that's
just
what I'm saying. I had an awesome summer.
I should say, just looking at the comments, John has said, I've sent Alex a photo.
Is that what he's least proud of?
100%
Possibly. I'm just trying to look for it now. John Morris has sent a photo. Oh, hello. Right, okay. So he sent a photo of him watching us on his phone in Rock City. So I don't know if I'll full screen myself so you can get a... There we go. Let me see that. That's Rock City, and that's cool. John watching us in Rock City. That is cool. Amazing. John. That's right. John, he's gone up in my estimations. I mean, they were high anyway, John. I don't know why I'm putting that disclaimer. He's watching on auto captions. So let's have a look at the comments. I see Jordan Stokes has said, "You evil person." Don't be judgy. Jordan, and I've got no idea who's aiming that at. It might be me.
I think that was the duck.
Definitely the duck.
Possibly. The hairy man once tugged a dog. Do you know Tam McGowan by any chance? Tubbs?
I know Tam McGowan, and I did not tug off a dog. So I got a dog, but I don't tug him off. Let's just quash that right now before rumours start.
What's nice is what's nice is it's been Vicky's rage quit. There we go.
I don't run the dog thing. You ran over a dog for fuck's sake.
Darren Archer, Big D is watching. Big D here, sucking dick for fuel. Got 20 litres earlier, which was a lot of cum. Drowning. I think he may have been hacked. Welcome back, Vicky.
Where's the rim shot?
Oh, God, that's a point. Yes, I forgot I've got sound effects. There we go.
Hey, rim shot.
Yeah.
Rim job.
Thanks to me, 90% of the comedians in the East Midlands now know what that's called. Where were we? Oh, yeah, back on the comments. Pixels Green said, all right, and with a pretzel emoji.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
that's a new one on me. That's good. As well, Erica Lear is watching. Looking forward to this. Grumpy Squid. Do you know somebody called Grumpy Squid, Tubbs?
Oh yes, that'll be Lawrence Tucker from the Fringe Festival.
Oh, right. Yes. Hello, Lawrence.
Like long, lanky fella. Very well spoken. Well, man
Yes.
that lives in Glasgow.
That's true. That's true. Jordan Stokes has just put, woo, Kitty.
Hello, I'm here. Always good to have a fan.
But he also, for some reason, I'm probably seeing this out of context, he's also wrote the Spangle Wanks.
That's in response to the earlier comments that are above where someone asked about band names. You're going up rather than going down.
I am, yes. I should start from top, work my way back. That's, yeah, good point. Good point. We'll come back to that later as soon as I've... Fuck yourself, Tubbs. That's nice. That's pleasant, isn't it? That's lovely. Hello. There we go. Right, on to our next question. Be honest. What do you think of the new logo? So the logo for Awkward Question Time has changed. I've given it a spruce up. So this is what it looks like now.
Whoa.
And this is what it used to look like in season 1.
It's more legible now, but the green was distinctive.
Yeah.
What's that weird
Not a fan
bar?
of the green myself.
You
Quite
are?
glad you got it. I'm not a fan of the green myself. I'm quite glad you got it. Fuck.
I like white writing, but what's with that weird strip above it? Is that needed? I don't know.
That's us.
That's
Oh,
that's-
Hello. There we go. There we go.
Mate, I love it.
Hiya. I've got regular watcher and a contributor, Greg, was upset because he said his merch is now out of date because he made his own Awkward Question Time merch. So it's dedication. It's dedication to you. We'll go back to the looks less awkward. That's a good point, Darren. That's a good. It's counterproductive. We'll go to a viewer question, and I think I found the source of Spangle Wanks, and I never thought I'd say that. John Morris, if you were in a band, what would your band name be? So we'll come to you first because you've got a guitar right behind you. So
just because I've got it doesn't mean I can fucking play it.
oh, I see. Okay. What would your band name be?
Well, I picked up last week because I was having a little jam session from the group that I work in my comedy group with. And we've actually got a little band called the Hunky Punks. And we've actually got some tracks. But if I could be in that band, I'll be in the Hunky Punks. Go look up the Hunky Punks on Facebook, guys. You'll love it. Yeah.
Okay. Ricky, what about your band?
The Bombastic Spastics.
Yeah. John, let us know if you'd pay to see the Bombastic Spastics at Rock City. There we go. Vicky, what about you?
It'd be an all-girl group maybe, and it'd be Vix Licks a lot of puss.
Nice. I like that. So, Kitty, top that.
We had a conversation about this the other day, didn't we, Alex? It's Tyrannosaurus Regina, like Tyrannosaurus Rex, but like going from king to queen.
Yes.
It's a girl band. It's gonna happen one day.
That is, yeah, that's good. I like that. Well, I think mine would be I'd name it after my favourite drink and pastime, so I'd call it Espresso Martini Resentment. That'd be my band name.
Espresso Martini Resentment.
Yeah, That's what fuels me most of the time. Jordan Stokes with an awkward question. What is Alex's least attractive trait?
His face.
Wow, okay.
Straight
Do you want to pause? Take a second, Ricky?
You're just thinking about that for a little bit.
I only meant to think it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Ricky's voted. I'm fine. No, you're crying. Okay, any more?
Well, I noticed at the Friends that you didn't have a nice arse, so that's going to come up for you.
Yeah, it's I am knocking 40, so it's sounds of time is shifting mainly south. So anyone else like to pile on with this beautiful question? Thank you, Jordan.
I've only got the face. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The general existence. You know.
Everything else is beautiful, mate.
You've got nothing nice to say. Don't say anything at all.
Nonsense. This is AQT. We're absolutely here to take the piss out of Alex. Eric's not here for me to call in a simp, therefore it's all on Alex.
That's
who
true.
claims I'm his best friend and yet constantly doesn't seem to act up to that. So there you go. That's
It's in my defense, I am just lazy on a lot of counts. Yeah. We'll check the texts because we had a couple of text messages. Somebody criticising the fact that the QR code, I've put it back up to £5. It was at £2, so they've put you got up to £5 again. Bold. So thanks for that. Whoever sent that.
congratulatory.
And
Could be just bold.
yeah, let's go. That's a point. It is in bold. So they could be just talking about the typeface. Yeah. And they've just I've just noticed that they've just put new opening titles.
Alex,
Yes.
those
Yeah?
texts were a test to see if you had the number saved yet. Every time I text into the phone, it's who's this? I still not fucking saved it. There was a whole bit where I did like my first is in awkward but never in question, and like spelled out the and he's still not saved my number.
Right, I'm
My
saving
least
it
favorite,
now.
least attractive trait of Alex.
That was class.
Unbelievable. Right. Saved. There we go. Oh, Erica Leah has just text. She's put very tidy room. Yeah.
Thanks.
Not actually. Yeah. As we were chatting before the show started, it's just what you see on camera. I had a shitload of papers and a load of crap that's piled up by here. Instead of tidying it away, I just went just before the show started. So that was my tidying. I've not actually dusted in it for a while. Check that out.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
You did.
Keep your texts coming in. Let's put the number back up. So there we go. 07508 976619. So yeah, keep your text coming in. I've got Kitty saved now at last. So on to our next question. So I've given the panel a heads up on this question because it would require a little bit of thought. So it's a show and tell question. Can you find the most 90s thing in your house in 30 seconds, bring it back, and tell us about it? So you've all got 30 seconds to go and get your 90s thing sorted, and your time starts now. And time's up. Vicky's still. Vicky's here. Kitty is still at lodge. There we go.
I did not move.
I'm recovering from COVID. I've still got the brain fog, so I can't. So I get names mixed up. So the fact that we've got Vicky and Ricky on tonight is going to make life very interesting for me. So while we wait for Kitty to come back with her 90s thing, let's go through some more of the comments. Darren Archer, band name, Jerk and Release, Smooth Haunting Jazz.
Jazz.
Paula Sim has just put self-loathing. I'm not sure what that was related to. Kitty's back. Hello. There we go. His you unhard nipples. Does anyone else think that Darren is on the sauce tonight? Because I'm getting
We've
like
heard what sauce he's on.
oh, yeah. I'm getting vibes of like 4 pints in, Big D. So let us know if you are on the drink. My phone froze. Can people please repeat their traits? No,
watch it on catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. John Morris. Alex's least attractive trait is his lack of self-belief. He's pretty awesome and does a lot of great stuff. Also, his rubbish beard. Thanks. He gave with one hand, took away with the other. It's a seasonal thing, right? I don't think I get the beard in for winter because it's one of the plus sides of being a bloke is you can essentially grow your own accessory. It's like a scarf for your face.
I wish I could. The painful bit about reading John's comment is that you've got a better beard than me, Alex.
What do we think of Tubbs' beard? That's pretty epic.
Honestly, it's like wizardry, mate.
That's made Vicky Rose quit again. Here we go.
There's football up here, so it's
swings around about it, mate.
Exactly.
Paula Sim, bad taste in music. I think she's talking about me again. I don't know what you're referring to, Paula. You don't know what my taste in music's like. Darren Archer, my nan's ashes. She was 92 and she died. She now lives on the shelf in the downstairs toilet. It's what she would have wanted.
That is 100% the answer to worst thing you did it, mate. That's wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's got to be related to the trait, self-loathing. We're still listing your faults. We, as in plural, Paula. Thank you. Had some awful shirts. To be fair, yes, I did. When we worked together, I did have some awful shirts, but my taste has gotten better since then. You have to take my word on that. Anyway, 90s things. Vicky's trying to attempt re-entry, but it's not happening at the moment. There we go. Vicky's back. Vicky, we'll come to you first for your 90s thing, just in case it kicks you off again. So what have you got?
I've got the. I was a single child until 1992, and I've got the condom that popped that created my brother. I shouldn't be touching it, really, to be fair, but there you go.
No, that's it was to your mouth that was concerning me.
Putting that down now.
Why would you smell that? Why? Why would you do that? Oh, no.
It wasn't that close. It makes all right. It was.
a vintage, authentic condom. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely.
I don't know whether smelling the inside or the outside of that a bit. That's just a horrible. I can't. Wow. Sorry. Got me.
They say you. I mean, we're all sort of like virtually meeting up, but I don't know if anyone else is getting like a phantom smell. Now that that's been held up, I can sort of smell it.
Smell it.
Yeah. But yeah. Moving on. That's just my mind's just gone now that she's just stretched out the condom. Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Kitty, can you top a 30-year-old condom? I never thought I'd say that.
Well, first of all, Alex, I don't believe in the 90s. Like, I was 5 for the millennium. I have some scattered, probably invented memories of the 90s. But allegedly, the world had something to revolve around from 1994. So first of all, I've got that T-shirt, which has mostly had the glitter rubbing off, that says established in 1994.
Nice.
Then I'm told there was a lot of denim everywhere. I was a bit late. I was trying to get the denim corsetry on, but I couldn't get it on in time. So I went for other denim things.
That's cool.
Sideways denim cap, the denim shirt over the denim crop top, and I was already in jeans. So it's just like six kinds of denim. And also, I always have my flag behind me, and that was designed in the 90s. So that's just a lot of 90s.
Very comprehensive.
Me, I'm from the 90s.
Very comprehensive. Cool. I like the way that you talked about the 90s like it was the History Channel.
They didn't exist, Alex. Like I watched the film Hackers. That is some bullshit. I refuse to believe that this era was allowed to exist. Okay.
Okay. Tubbs, we'll come to you next while I check the comments to see if everyone else is listing my bad traits still. What 90s item did you get?
Well, when I was a wee boy growing up in the 90s, like all I was doing was either like throwing stones at cars, picking my nose, kicking my ass, or watching professional wrestling. And then we thought we'd go and do backyard wrestling. And then that's when I picked up my championship belt. We actually lost. Looking back on it now, like we used to pick each other up and launch each other head first into the ground, pick up garden chairs, smack each other over the head. That's probably why I am the way I am now.
Let's see if you can hold. I'll full screen. If you can hold that up, so we can see the detail. That's amazing.
That's ace.
That's a model beautifully as well. Ricky, what did you get?
I've got something that I had a lot of fun with in the 90s. Spud gun, mate. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a spud gun.
It looks like that. So you push potato in, and then you can shoot it. And it's really cool because it's got a little bit there you can click down. You can put a cap in it so it makes a loud noise.
Wow.
Yeah, spud gun, baby.
I mean, that's kind of like the genesis of Wish. Because that's kind of like one of that. It could have been like the first ever item sold on Wish. It's kind of like, all right. When I went searching, I suddenly realised how much crap from the 90s I still have. I seem to not throw anything away, and a lot of it was on my desk or either in my bedroom. So the first thing being this. So a cassette. The next thing being this. That is a Packard Bell recovery floppy disk from a computer that I had. And then the next thing was I haven't dusted this because it's just like in a shelf in my room. It's this. A big breakfast coffee mug. And I did. And when I got that down, I then suddenly realised there's a whole lot of crap in here that I've just sort of like lobbed in here, and I didn't realise there's a Pritt stick. There's some sort of pills. I don't know what they are. No, it's not even written on the back. I've taken a few of them by the looks of it. There's a concealer for some reason, and that's where that went. Yeah, the iPhone thingy, DB. Yeah. Oh, and that's where my Slattery badge went. Cool. I wonder what happened to that. I was thinking about that earlier today. Yeah, so that's. Oh, and also sticking on the Big Breakfast theme. That is a CD of Denise and Johnny doing a cover of Especially for You from the 1998 Children in Need.
Horrible.
Yeah. So I really need to clean up. Kick some more crap out. Yeah, absolutely. Back to the comments. Let's have a look, see what else is coming in. John Morris, make the loudest animal sound you can. Well, how would that translate on auto-generated captions? That's a good effort, but for some reason it sort of auto-tuned you a little bit. it sort of dips you down. Wouldn't that be great if the echo started at that point? That would have been amazing.
Isn't that animal? Isn't that the thing? I just had a moment like, I hope I got my 90s references right there.
Yeah.
That the Muppets were 70s when they started.
I don't fucking know. It's all fake past history time. I don't know, Alex. It's all just vintage, okay?
It's just a new conspiracy theory that anything pre-2000 didn't exist.
2000 is still too, like, I don't remember. Like, 2001, I have some stuff.
9/11?
Well, this got dark.
I remember.
So.
Colin Etchers, he's got his band name sorted. Buster Hyman and the Penetrators. Nice. Beautiful.
Nice.
Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Donna Bond, I'm on a bus. So, yeah, I'm relying to auto-generated captions as well. Thanks. Oh, excellent. Oh, well, there's a lot of people watching with captions tonight. This is a new experience. It's genuinely interesting. Welcome, Donna. Hello, Donna. Hello. Next question. In your opinion, which historical figure had the most sex?
Genghis Khan.
You didn't even have to.
Everywhere he went.
You didn't even have to think about that. So, what makes you say Genghis?
The amount of people he's killed, I reckon he's fucked like treble the amount of that.
Okay.
A solid answer.
Yeah.
Giacomo Casanova is an obvious one. Lord Byron, get about.
Yeah, I was going to say
Jesus.
Lord Byron.
I'm going Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus is like
World, mate.
You think Jesus had the most set up? Ooh, wow,
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
God so
That's
fucked
a bit of
the
atheism
world
there for
that he
you all.
gave his only
Yeah.
son.
Okay. Vicky, your take.
The first person that came to my head was Henry VIII, just because he married a lot. But
Yeah.
That's like 6.
yeah, but he could have fucked about.
He had
a bit
some
as
extra.
well.
He had some extramarital ones, but like,
I mean, it's just the amount of
hour.
the amount of amateur. I like the fact that you're judging Henry VIII.
Yeah.
Of all the things to judge him on, it's kind of like 6 wives. Easy street. That. I'd vote for Byron. I'd vote for Byron because he died riddled with syphilis, trying to overthrow a government and take over a country, didn't he?
Byron had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably had a lot of good quality sex. How much of it was like quantity is the question, though. Like he did keep going back to the same people. So.
Dirty dog.
Darren Archer has waded in with Adam and Eve.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back with Margaret Thatcher. Fucked a lot of people. I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice. So we got there in the end. If for new viewers, in case somebody tries too hard to get a rim shot, they get this.
Rim shot. Denied.
It's usually Roger.
It is usually Roger, actually. Yeah, thinking about it. Back to the comments. I think that was Boris. Are we just slagging off Tory prime ministers now?
As we ought.
At least
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
You can slag Blair off too if you like.
Fair enough. John Morris, clearly Mother Teresa had the most sex.
Wow.
How boring must that band be? It really must be an awful band that's on at the moment. On to our next question. First and second rim shot of the season. I like the fact Darren's taking notes. It's quite sweet of him. Do you have a crush on somebody famous?
Hundreds of them.
Hundreds of them. Vicky's exit speaks volumes. I must confess I've developed a man crush on TV weatherman Thomas Schaffernacker.
Each to their own, mate.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, also his name does sound like a euphemism for wanking.
Going upstairs, have a cheeky shafanaka.
You see, it scans well, doesn't it? I mean, I identify as straight, completely straight, but I don't know. Suddenly got the hots for Thomas. Ricky, what about you?
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence, mate. Jennifer Lawrence. I've even got that little pact with my girlfriend that if ever I get the chance with Jennifer, it's on. So if you're watching, Jen.
if you're one of the 10 people that's currently watching,
once you go SPAC, you never go back.
That would have been a great time for Vicky to reappear. Yeah. Tubbs, what about you?
Famous crush. Oh, no. I don't know.
I've just checked the text messages, and clearly this happened during the 90s bit. Kitty sent me a message saying, "Just wanted to remind you, you're old."
But you know it's from me now.
I do, yeah. Busted.
When I was like 14, I made a fake Facebook account for David Tennant so I could put myself as in a relationship with David Tennant, and then a friend of mine reported it as fraud.
Wow.
Oh. I mean,
I've seen him live 3 times. I used to, back in like the very early days of like Twitter and Facebook being a thing, when people didn't have smartphones but they had like shitty phones like Alex's phone, and you could get text updates every time the David Tennant Facebook page or David Tennant Twitter account posted. You could get an SMS being like, "Watch David tonight narrating a documentary about penguins," and then you'd be like, "Oh, I got my little notification that he's on tonight." I had 3 walls and a ceiling devoted to David Tennant, so wow. That's my teenage crush that's still there.
I mean, I know you mean like posters and stuff like that, but in my head, for some reason, yeah, when you said walls devoted to it, I just got this picture.
Shrine.
His DNA. I just got this picture in my head of like.
Once. It was very exciting.
You what? You touched him?
So he was at the RSC, and I was on the end seat, and he walked down the aisle, and I just got like the edge of the coat as like he was walking past, and was like, "Oh, that counts." That was the first date of the 3. The third one, he spoke to me, and I got like half a selfie, although I wasn't really in it, and he was. I was just trying to get him in it, and I got him in it, and didn't get myself in.
I'd leave at that point as well.
DT,
going back in.
Beautiful.
And she's back. Yes. Vicky, before it boots you out again.
So I love David, but I also really like Chris Marshall. Anyone knows who he is?
Yes.
He was in like My Family and Death in Paradise and stuff like that, and Love Actually. He's a bit quirky looking, but I've loved him since My Family. So he's my one that I am determined to touch at some point. So
that's I could. Yeah, I could say that. David Tennant as Hamlet was amazing, says Colin.
He was.
Yeah.
Very talented man.
Darren Archer, Paul Hollywood, when he says moist.
In fact, on the David Tennant stalking trivia, for a bank account that no longer exists, so I feel happy sharing this information, I had set up the like security question when I was like 15, 16. And I had to like get into it for the first time in years when I was like 19, and they asked me, the prompt is future surname, and I had to sit there and go, what the fuck did I put in when I was 15, 16? I went, oh, Tennant, and that got me into my banking. So yeah, I think
that's amazing.
Top of the list.
Nice, very nice. So on to our next question. Keep your viewer questions coming in. Update from John. To be fair, the band are all right. I'm just chilling at the band, listening to them as background music. I love your devotion to this, John. This is good. Our next question is: have you ever been on TV? Ricky, we'll come to you last on this one. So, Tubbs, How about you? Have you ever been on TV?
Yes, I have. A couple of times. Most recently, I was on Outlander. I was a redcoat in one of those episodes. So I was actually an injured soldier in a battle scene in the last season. So I got to very briefly work with the main character, Katrina Bam, kind of thing. And that was like my second day on the job. So I got marched to this little medical tent, and there's the main character, Outlander, there. Hello! Holy fuck. Shit. Nice.
All right, because you sent us a photo of you in the red coat regalia, didn't you?
Yeah, with the rifle. That's me fanning about in between takes.
So I got a slightly desperate message from Vicky just going, I don't know why it keeps kicking me out. So we don't know either. But if you wanted to call it a night, Vicky would understand. So that's cool. I've just got to find that picture that he sent of you in the
is it battle uniform?
Yeah.
I've done that, and when I was 18, 19, I went on a TV show called The Pants Off Dance Off.
Class.
And basically stripped off from a rugby strip down to a leopard print thong, dancing to the music, Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling. And then that got broadcast across the country for everyone to see. So.
I don't know why. The program's ringing a bell. I think I might have seen it, mate. And I don't know why.
Pants Off, Dance Off.
Pants Off, Dance Off.
What channel was that on?
Was it TMF? It was rebranding itself to Viva, I think it was at the time. And this was one of the flagship shows that were going to get off the ground. And they paid for me and my mate to fly down to London, get the trains out of Camden Town to MTV Studios, and in a little green room, another little turntable. Like, so I had to do dancing on that and then dancing about like a bunch of fucking assholes. But hey, it was a laugh.
Oh, nice. Well, Vicky is officially dropped out because she said she's going to throw a laptop across the room otherwise. But thanks for you made sort of like 80% of the show at least. So Kitty.
I mean, yeah, I hadn't even thought about like TV film stuff. I was an extra in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. If you know where to pause it, you can see me on the Gryffindor table.
Nice.
I've twice this past like 2 weeks been in the audience for live filmings. I went to see Live at the Apollo and I went to see Late Night MASH being filmed. TV audiences. But I think the best TV thing I've done, there's a brief clip of a Sky News report where, do you remember when Donald Trump went to the UK and there were like massive protests all through London and stuff? There was a brief clip on a Sky News interview somewhere of they'd stopped me and been like, why are you protesting today? And I called Donald Trump a fascist on national TV. So that's my favorite TV appearance, saying we shouldn't tolerate fascist policies.
Nice. Darren Archer said I played a estate agent on Midsummer Murders. Was a full-time job. Oh, I've just got that. Oh, fuck you, COVID brain fog. I've been on a few times. I was in an episode of Flog It because they came to film it at Derby University because they have a lot of antiques fairs there. So I was a student there at the time. So I was sort of like in charge of marshalling the crowd. So in the back of appraisal scene, you see me with my hands on my hips going like that. The first time I ever emceed a gig, it ended up on You've Been Framed.
Wicked.
Yeah. Because it was a night in Bournemouth at a club that was that went so well. It's now a co-op. Seriously, they turn it into a co-op. Third rim shot, please. Dan, that's too needy.
Rim shot denied.
Sorry. Yeah. So the promoter encouraged his mate to get up and do 5 minutes, even though he had no material and he was pilled off his face. So he ended his set by going, knock, knock, did a mic drop and went to leave the stage. It was only like a small stage, like one step. But he completely misjudged the step, stacked it, went down like that. And then you see me appearing, picking up the microphone with my hand on my hip like that, giving him a super judgy look, like. And that got repeated for years. So I know when it got repeated because I'd get a text message saying, "Have I just seen you and you've been framed?" Yes. The other appearance was on GMTV. I was on GMTV. They came to Derby to do an outside broadcast for the Jubilee Festival, and I had the job that summer of being the mascot. So I appeared on GMTV dressed as a lion.
Rawr.
Awesome.
Rah. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
So, Ricky, what about you?
I've been on a bit. I used to be on the Paralympic team, so done a bit there. They've done a few documentaries and things, which are good fun. Most recently, I'll tell you a funny story about most recently. I was one of the pundits because my sport in the dressage was dressage. Sorry, my sport. Oh, get my words out. My sport in the Paralympics was dressage. So I did this.
I can't. Words. Good.
Yeah.
Karen.
So I did some of the sports punditry this year for Channel 4. And before I explain the next bit, I think it's important that I say I've got gay ments. Like, I'm incredibly included. It doesn't bother me at all. But I may have worded one of my answers in such a way on the telly that it sounded like I was coming out as gay. And I'm not. I'm a straight man. But honestly, my followers on Twitter and Instagram have rocketed. So apparently I'm a bit of an icon now. So thanks, guys. Take that all day long.
Okay.
I mean, I won't take that all day long. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Pegging's back.
Very nice. Try watching BBC Weather; it will change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why, but for some reason, going down to 4-3 has sort of thrown me a bit. I keep wanting to go to Vicky, like she's a phantom panelist now. So anyway. On to our next question. Still time for a viewer question if you want to text or comment. What would be the worst thing to buy second hand?
Flashlight.
This was inspired by a pre-show chat, and you say fleshlight because you know somebody that did buy a second-hand fleshlight.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into names because that's not important at this point, but let's call him James. James got very, very drunk and bought a flashlight from eBay. Was very happy in sending me the screenshot of the order, and it clearly stated used, and it turned up.
But was the original RRP like a 20 quid cheap job? Or was it like a designer sex doll type, the things that cost thousands, all the works automated?
It was cheap and nasty.
No, it was like one of those torch things that it looks like.
Yeah,
torch.
but like some of them cost a tenner and some of them cost $1,000. So like,
do they?
I'm going to be honest. I don't think he did that much research. It was second hand. I don't think you know what brand it was.
Because I feel like if it's a cheap and nasty one, then getting it used is cheap and nasty. But if you can get something that would have been $1,000 for like 20 quid, then like fair play to you, mate. Give it a clean, shove it in the dishwasher, all good.
I reckon I'd prefer a new cheap one than an expensive used one. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird.
Sharing's caring.
Cool. You're such a diva, Ricky. I mean, it's the whole thing of like buying something that has had somebody else's knob in it is hard to comprehend. But I mean, that's a given with the fleshlight. But who's to say anything that you buy secondhand hasn't been rubbed up against genitals in the past? You don't know.
Charming.
No, this is true.
I think buying things that are used, like if you buy food, you want to be the first one to eat it.
That would be a bad thing to have secondhand. Certainly.
Secondhand sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be the first one to eat it or put your dick in it.
That's like
lots to unpack there. Lots to unpack. I think we've pretty much covered. I've just just eat it or put your dick in it is sort of lodged here in my brain now. I just see the words when I blink.
What is it? Put your dick in it.
Right. Next question. What TV show do you hate that other people rave about? That you feel like you're in the minority?
I'm sure there are loads.
For me, it was Game of Thrones.
Oh, I loved it.
I gave it a go, watched 2 or 3 episodes and thought, I can't get on with this. I even put it on Facebook just saying, give Game of Thrones a try, not for me. And somebody put, but there's dragons and tits.
Right?
Surely that's you. I'm like, no, I just didn't like it. That's all.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion, but like...
Get off the fence, Kay.
What's Alex's least attractive trait? His terrible taste, clearly. Like,
yes, in that respect, I'm a bit like jackfruit. I look nice, got no taste.
he thinks he looks nice.
That's my go-to vegan joke as well. Oh, damn it! All right, other TV shows. Tubbs, get me out of this hole.
The Walking Dead. Well, I like zombies and zombie movies, but a whole series about it, that's kicking my arse out of it. I disliked it that much. I went on YouTube years after it came out, and just so I wouldn't ever find myself having to binge watch it, I watched like all the main character death scenes one after another. So that way I know who dies. I don't need to watch it. Game over.
Nice. So
Nice.
you had a speed death run.
Okay.
Nice. Ricky, what about you?
I can't put it down to just one show, but I can go for a whole genre. Horror. Why?
The older I've got, I agree with that.
I don't need to be scared. Nobody enjoys being made to jump. Why would you go to the cinema and be made to jump with lots of you there with
You're
food?
doing it wrong if it's the cinema. You're meant to do it at a sleepover where like you're all just like a little bit drunk. You've got a load of snacks. You're having like, you know, proper sleepover fun times, and then you're taking the piss out of it and each other to make it a little bit less intense. But then like if someone's a little scared or you're a bit scared, then you can like grab someone and be like, oh, and that's the thing.
The way you're describing that, plus with the denim cap, it kind of looks like you're in a 90s teen sitcom. Nice.
I think that evening sounded lovely. Just replace the film with a comedy or anything other than horror, and get Will Ferrell on the go. Get Old School or Step Brothers on. Get a little bit tipsy. Have a cuddle with your mates. Lovely. And no one makes me jump. There's no need for it. I can't.
We know what to do next time we're on a gig together in the green room, Ben.
Yeah. I'm really jumpy as well. Really jumpy, and I'll fall over and everything. So you guys can have great fun with that.
Nice. At what point would that become a hate crime?
To be fair, mate, I'm in. I don't worry about it. It's only hated. I hate it, right?
Darren Archer's back with Children in Need. Thanks, Darren. He's kicking back. He's letting loose on a Sunday night. Like it. Love The Crown as well on the not the TV show. Oh, that is good. I'm talking about Darren's picture. So I think that. Oh God, it's an hour already. That is amazing. It just zips past. And I think we only got through like 3 or 4 questions. The record is 2. We managed to make 2 questions last an hour. So I'm hoping to break that record this season. So before we wrap up, before we go, have you got anything that you would like to plug, even if it is just your socials? Tubbs, we'll come to you first.
If you look up Instagram, you'll find me, Tubbs, Man of Mischief. It's the same with YouTube. You'll find a lot of daft videos, a lot of stupid shit I like to find out about. And if you're on Facebook, look up Hot Death Theatre. Again, that's me and my wee comedy group doing. That was the Hunky Punks. I highly suggest you all look it up. You'll enjoy it. And I got rid of my OnlyFans because it just wasn't doing anything for me anymore. So that's that.
Fair enough. Ricky, do you know somebody called Carniflex Prime?
That's one of mine.
Well, yes. Okay. They're being sassy on
Go
YouTube.
on, show it. I'm cool with it.
So, dangerous to call something pointless when you used to do dressage.
I can't lie. That's I get it. Why do you think I retired? Shit, mate.
Dressage completed it. Yeah,
completed it, mate. Yeah, did it.
Yeah. Katie, anything to plug?
Yeah, so first of all, follow my socials, Kitty Messalina. I've got my first solo show work in progress currently occurring. So the 5th of October, I'm in Manchester at the Women in Comedy Festival. 10th of October, I'm doing Birmingham Comedy Festival's half dayer. And 16th of November at the Nottingham Comedy Festival, I'll be doing it in Nottingham. Also, with John Morris in the comments, I co-founded Late Stage Comedy. Look us up on Tinternet. I think the next one, at least that I'm doing, John might have something before that, is an all-female lineup, which is in collaboration with Tickle Pink, and that is Monday the 11th of October. Book your tickets online. Late Stage Comedy, Kissy Messalina. There I am.
I'm going to give a shout out as well, because I did Late Stage the other night, and it's a great little gig. I had a wicked time. Good gigs, man.
Yes. Always had fun at Late Stage. Even back in the early days of Zoom. Remember those gigs? Yeah. I've got stuff to plug as well, actually, because it's weird to be doing this show, but also be doing real life stuff again. We're unlocked, people. We're unlocked. So if you're about in Derby, then the 5th, the regular new material night that I run at the Tap is back. If you listen to BBC Radio Derby tomorrow night, I've got my regular comedy recommendation slot. That's back on. And also, Awkward Question Time live at the Nottingham Comedy Festival. First guest already booked this evening will be Kitty. Yeah. So that's on the 12th, I believe. Yeah, I put the ticket link in the comments. The last one that we did in Belper was good, and I'm really glad that the footage of what happened got stolen, because I don't think it should be broadcast or see the light of day.
Glad that the videographer had his car broken into.
No.
Glad that there's not lots of evidence of you and your mum and me having a moment.
Yes, you had to be there.
Alex's mum's a MILF.
I'd watch that.
Do tell us more.
Oh God!
She was a beautiful member of the audience who had a lot of constant engagement. It was quite something.
She got bigger laughs than I did, which I have mixed feelings about. So Awkward Quest Time live at the Nottingham Comedy Festival, and also my solo stand-up show as well will be there. So, I think that's everything. Thank you to our guests, Vicky Lavera, who laptop kept kicking her out, but she was here for a while. Scan the PayPal. Give us money. In fact, hang on. Give us money.
Give us your fucking money, you slave.
Nice, good Cockney. That was good. So thanks to Vicky, to Kitty, to Ricky, and to Tubbs. We'll be back again next week, same time, 8:30 on Sunday night. But until then, stay awkward. Hang on, that's the wrong one.
Awkward.
Mentally edit this bit out. It's been 3 months since I've used StreamYard, so I am a little out of practice. In fact, I will have to.
Yellow card. You have been warned.
I've yellow carded myself for fucking that up at the end. Yeah. Right. We'll try that again. Until next week, stay awkward.